Okay, Leon, what do you have in store?
Well, I want to do like little camp stories about sharing our tales of us cringing at ourselves, so we can have that little chat going on.
I got one. I got the best story out of everyone.
Well, let's have Leon stars off because apparently he has many, multiple, countless
I don't have them.
amounts.
All
Yeah.
right, we were like in with Kel, and it was like our call it high school like end of graduation thing. So we went to the beach in the Philippines, and then while Kel was showering, I pulled the curtain, and then his like dick was flopping when he turned around in front of the other like women that were hanging out with us. So his dick was like following towards like the curtain, like swing to the side. And
I
he
hate
didn't
that I have a
react
good
till he noticed.
imagination.
So he didn't
I,
realize, people were looking straight to his dingling. It's like, you fuckers. So you just hear the slap of his balls, like, going off.
the slap of his balls.
Like, I told you at this story before, but I can say it out in the open now. Where, like, my ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
We were in, like, the elevator, and I had my iPod on. And then, I was, like, humming, like, I forgot what song it was, but it was, like a song I was, like, humming in front of her and singing to it. And then she like pointed to my fucking waist, and then you see like the end of the headphone stick or the jack was not connected to
Yeah.
the fucking iPod. So she was like pointing like and then like laughing like fucking loser.
Wait, what were you listening to though?
I wasn't listening to anything. It wasn't connected. I was just singing in front of her, and, like trying to like bide my time when the elevator was like gonna be we're getting out of it because it's like she was just pointing at it because like I really liked her, right?
Sorry.
I was like nervous to say anything in the elevator because this is the first time we actually like were in the same like place instead of like in the classroom where we're like far apart normally. And then she just pointed at, like, "Hey, you're full of shit," and I was like, "Huh?" And then I looked at like, "Oh."
You're funny.
So your turn, Dios.
Me? With the master. No, slicking is something else.
Master schlicking.
Master slicker. That's not cringe. It's just more embarrassing. There's definitely this. Well, it's another tale of oh damn, she liked me back then kind of deal. No, there was always this girl who would always try to talk to me, but then I just like shove her off and like talk to my other friends.
Literally,
No,
like,
'cause,
ew, gross,
like,
woman.
There, where we, because in high school, every Tuesday was sports day, and then you could choose what sport to do if you signed up for it.
Right.
I like you could go do tennis, you could do golf, you could do swimming, you could do bowling. It was great. Every sport I did, she was there, and she was trying to like because we went to the same primary school together, and then we also went to high school together. I barely talked to her, but then it got to the point where I know she was like at every sport I was doing. I was like, oh well, I guess this sport is just popular, isn't it? And it comes to the point where her friends are trying to be like, hey, Dios, you should come over here and like hang out with us. I was like, I don't know you people, and because they were the TB group, Teeny Bopper Asian. Yeah, I would like go over one time and they'd be like, hey, what's up? And then the girl would actually like try to talk to me and like engage in conversation with me, but I was so uninterested and dumb. I'd be like, okay, sorry, I'm being called right now. I just went to a different pool and stuff. This happened on like multiple occasions. I don't know, man. I think she kind of liked me maybe because a lot of the time it was her friends trying to egg her on. I don't know. I'm very. They call it Sigma, right? You know, when you shove women aside.
Bro, you're more oblivious than I am.
Yeah, that's like really bad.
It hit me because the one specific moment I remember this thing happening. It happened in like different sports, but the big one was at the swimming pool. It would just be the two of us, and I'd be like just scratching my head, be like, yeah, I gotta go now. Looking back on it, fuck me.
Was she cute though? Is my the normal
Yeah, she was
question
cute. I was chasing after a different girl at a different time though, and I fucked that one up hard.
Yeah, she was like this girl that you like the other one, right? Was she like I don't know, like still in preschool or something?
No, shut up. No, because I was at a friend's sleepover, and basically I let out that I had a crush on some. This is like a different year, different grade, because it was one of those like those DNMs where you like, oh hey man, you like anyone at school? I was like, yeah. Or I told one of the dudes there. Next day, we had to write like I guess cards. I forgot what the cards for. We had to write like something for another person. Forgot what it was for. I was like writing a card to my best buddy, my best white friend. What a homie. And then I received the card from the girl I liked. She like walked over, hey, and just gives me the card. It was really nice. And I was like, huh. Erases my white friend's name, rewrites the card for her. And then, being the fool I am, instead of just handing her the card and like, hey, here you go, I slam my hand with the card in my hand on the desk, and I'm like, here you go, leaves awkwardly. I don't know. I kind of fucked that one.
Well, Dustin, your turn.
I suppose. I had a girl that I hung out with a lot in high school. Talked with her a lot. People thought we were going out, but we were just very good friends. One day, I decided to have a longer conversation with her on the way home. And we stopped by, like, in front of my house. But no, we didn't go inside the house. We sat on the driveway and talked about stuff. Very innocent. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then my parents come home.
Oh,
I wasn't very happy.
Just sitting on the driveway.
Yep. I was just sitting on the driveway talking to some girl. They roll up, me embarrassed. Then because I knew 100% the second I walk in the house, they're gonna say something. They're gonna say everything I don't want to hear.
it's always funny when parents like when you bring up a girl in, like they're like your actual like good friend, right? And then they immediately assume it's like something. Like, oh, you like this girl, don't you? Like, it's just some girl I'm hanging out with.
Granted, I will say I did make it look really bad.
Wait,
What do you mean?
make it
What do you
look
mean?
bad?
Oh,
Yeah.
because I would always hang with her. People would see me with her more than her and her boyfriend.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean,
Oh man, that reminds me.
it's sort of like
Holy fuck.
you, Dios, ain't it?
Yeah, because that brought a fucking bad memory to me.
All right,
I
hit
mean, you
us.
and Paige are like sort of similar like that. You guys always hang out.
No. You know how I took someone's girlfriend, went for me instead of the boyfriend, right?
Oh, that dude.
The cringe part on my end was I brought her to the prom, and my friend was literally asking me, "Why did you bring her?" And I said, "I don't know. I just thought it'd be a good idea." So for context, I was good friends with someone. They started dating a girl from a different school. Funny, she goes to a different school. It was true. She was real. I saw her. Things happened between the two. Things were rocky. I talked to her. I was the shoulder to cry. Oh, like she would rant to me about it, and then she started wanting to date me. I was blissfully unaware, and then we started hanging out. I started hanging out with this girl. I said, prom's coming up. You want to come with? He's like, sure. Then poor guy over here is like, oh hey, deal. So you bringing to prom? I name dropped his ex. And I at the time, I thought it was okay because they broke up. Little did I know that question was dropped a few days after they broke up. I kind of just said, "I'm taking your girl to prom" to him, and I look back at that and I'm like, wow, that is super bad. That is terrible.
Not only did you violate bro code,
Yeah.
you did it while it was fresh.
It was hot off the press. In my ignorance, I thought to myself, why am I the bad guy? They broke up.
I remember like this girl I liked back in middle school. Like I wrote her a fucking letter and then bowed in front of her because she was Chinese, and then sent her the letter and in front of everybody in front of her classroom. And so I felt like, oh.
I hate
Wow.
hearing stories of people liking foreign women. They'll like study up a little bit on the language and get the language completely wrong.
Oh man, I told this one to Dios before about like this guy and like when I went back to college, right, for like Japanese lessons, where this guy went up to this girl and started singing like Bluebird, and then she was like Filipino and she didn't understand what the fuck he was saying.
Fucking Captain Weeb. That reminds me, I also, leading on from that previous story, I also dated her best friend for a hot while. Ugh.
Okay, I got one. Well, to me, it's bad. There was like a plant that closed down. A lot of parents lost their jobs, so a lot of my friends moved out. Fast forward in time, one of them, she came back to my high school. Started hanging out with her. I mean, there was a little something going on, not too much. I'm backing up a little bit, but we decided to hang out at my house. Me being an anxious teenager, I didn't sleep. Apparently, she was nervous too. So we fell asleep in my room together, not doing anything weird. For some odd reason, she gave me the test of strength. Pick her up, right?
Uh-oh.
Okay. I can do that. That's not a problem. I might have some noodle arms, but you know, I got some gamer muscles in me. Now, at this time, I'm at the age. I'm listening to Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance.
Oh.
I'm wearing skinny
classic.
jeans.
Oh yeah.
So I'm picking her up, and I shouldn't have, because I'm also trying to hide the fact that I am rock solid for no reason. I'm bricked up. And as I'm picking her up, you know, obviously I'm a little weak. I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
My egg roll decides to brush up against her.
Oh.
I love ecchi manga.
I didn't come. Before you get ideas, I did not ejaculate
Lame.
at all.
Lame.
But like that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part is she brought it up a year later.
Oh. So she
Delayed
remembered.
impact. Delayed impact.
She remembered my egg roll.
Damn, must have been pretty good then. Must have been a damn good egg roll. Oh,
Pork. Juicy.
plump.
Plump.
Borderline's embarrassing or cringing for Smokey now. There's a time where, like, I told him I had a fucking hemorrhoids, right? He's like, I'll bite on your, like, you know, I'll chew on your fucking hemorrhoid. He was supposed to say I'll suck on your hemorrhoid instead. Like,
I'll
oh.
bite your hemorrhoid. Ow.
He fucking Floridian, so he's like, I was supposed to say I'm gonna suck on your hemorrhoid, but I said I want to teeth on your hemorrhoid.
Tell you what, leading on from that previous story, oh man, this is a three-parter. So a couple of months have passed about the girl that I did not intend to take from my good friend.
Are you still good friends with him? If I had to ask?
No, I mean
Okay.
I saw him at EB one time. And we were like, fine, but like that was way after high school. But I think a couple of months have passed, and then we're back to the usual antics of like swapping hentai on the USB because I was the hentai dude. So people came to me for like all the latest and greatest from Japan 2009 and 10. Delicious. And then I recommended him a tag. Do you want to guess what that tag was?
Riona.
Nope.
NTR?
Yep. I
Oh my
recommended
God.
him NTR, and then he said, "What's that?" And I explained to him, it's when a guy takes your woman. And then I realized what I said. He immediately hit me back with, "Oh, it's what you did to me." And I was like, "Oh." And then we were done. Like we stopped talking
False.
for ages after
He
that.
lost. He lose.
He lost.
He
You
lost.
You win nothing.
They broke up. She's free
Yeah.
game.
And then skip another couple of months. We were like waiting outside the classroom for waiting for the teacher. It was just me and him. We were like, you know, there's that awkward silence, and then he just says, "Let's just put it behind us." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
Okay. That is funny. No, it's not funny, but like looking back at it, I was like, "What the hell was I on?"
Well, Leon, you said you had many.
There was a time where, like, you know, like the typical, like, you're about to high five. You think you're gonna get a high five from some random person, but it was some other dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me a lot. Except there's this girl that was like, "Oh, about to come in up," so I hugged it. Like, okay, cool. He's like, "Not you, the other dude." Like, oh,
Oh.
Oh.
so I did hug her back. Like, oh.
There you go.
Oh.
That's cringe.
Okay,
Ooh.
that is. Oh.
Ooh.
That's a strong.
She like,
one.
you know what's worse? She pushed me back. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Oh.
like,
No.
Oh. It's
I was even,
fucking-
like, he was right behind me. I was like, oh shit, all right.
That is some strong mental damage.
You know what's worse? It was like that was the time I was like you know chubby when I was like like during depression.
Ugh.
So she felt
That-
she says like you fat slob. Like oh.
Okay, and then this is turning from cringe to like, what a bitch. Do we have any cringe stories that don't involve a woman?
Women? I mean that's normally like where it's relatable when it turns to cringe and all that.
I'm just thinking because there's a common pattern right now. Maybe without women, we wouldn't be cringe.
Well, no, because me and you are cringe because we're socially inept.
They just happen to
What?
involve women. Yes. Mr. Rubbing the schlaw, your egg roll. Sorry. I did. Sorry.
Yeah, that was really bad on. Like just looking back, I still get like you know the shakes thinking about like
Exactly.
ugh.
That's the feeling you need.
Yeah.
That's what makes you relatable. I mean,
Have you-
we could revisit me being early middle school, screaming at
Is it the
some
locker story?
yeah, screaming
Yeah.
at some girl that I think that she's stealing shit from my locker. What the fuck are you doing? Realizing that, oh, my locker's right here. and I did the walk of shame back to the classroom.
My God, I bet you she still remembers that.
I don't
I don't know.
even remember
Depending
what
on
she looks like.
Depending on how strongly like you fucking yelled at her.
Okay, but this is me back then was a little bit different than me now. So
I know, but like again, her only image of you would have been that you then.
it's okay. All she
Probably.
had was a very confused look on her face.
That was me. I'd be like fucking hiding from the dust and ugh. What else do I have?
I have one.
Well,
I mean, it's not too
oh,
bad.
you have one?
Yeah, there was another Asian girl in my classroom,
Yeah.
straight from Vietnam.
It's always a girl.
The Vietnam. Whoa.
One teacher decided to chip us
Uh-oh.
because she suggested after class, why don't you tutor her? You need some help. Like, okay, it's me being nice. So us in the classroom, because she's a teacher, she stays in the classroom, she slams her hand down. How cute!
Ugh.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I didn't want to talk to the girl anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't look her in the eye. I couldn't handle it. I needed out. And there went most of my my self-confidence.
If
there was any in the first place.
One fell swoop, gone.
All right. Now I remember clearly. There was a time where my one of the maids came up to me. He's like, "Oh, I saw you doing yoga in the front yard." Like, yeah. And in reality, I was doing Kamen Rider like fucking transformation poses. I was like, oh.
Wait,
How old were you though?
Wait, mate. Hold
Yeah.
on.
This was last week.
No.
Oh my. Never mind. It's hella cringe. You're fucking weird.
Listen, I
Fucking last week. If you were like, I don't know, if you were like 10, yeah, it's normal. It's alright. It's not cringe. Now, cringe.
if I had to go back, I'd be making fun of myself too. I'd be like, hey, you fucking idiot, the entire time. Oh. So Dustin caught on eventually, like how he heard the word "made." Like, yeah, it was recent.
I can remember.
Oh,
I can remember one
Yeah.
time in elementary school, I learned what swearing was from my aunt. And in
Oh,
music class, there were rhyming words, and somebody used the word sucker. And in my adolescent brain, I said, I want to fuck her. She stopped class. All right, everybody calm down. We'll just forget this ever happened. And then, if that didn't seal the deal of my life in recluse and isolation, that skyrocketed it.
It's actually it like reminded me of a small thing. When I was in I guess it would have been elementary school. I had like 2 pet birds. We got them from a family friend. Yeah, we had pet birds, and here's the problem. During that time, YouTube was very much a very important part of my life. I was on it like all the time, and I remember watching a YouTube fucking Super Smash Brothers Melee machinima called Peach's Slutty Adventures, right? Okay, and my mom asked me, what do I name the birds? 2 of them. I was like, one of them, Sylvester, like the cat from Tweety Bird and Sylvester, very normal. I watched the cartoon. You want to know what I named the other one?
What?
Slutty.
What?
I named it Slutty, so it was Slutty and Sylvester. Now, you know what's worse? My parents let it run. They named it Slutty and Sylvester. And
Did they know what slutty meant, or?
No, they did. I don't know why they even allowed me.
They ran with it. Yeah.
Yes, my brother and sister were also still living with me at the time. So, anytime we'd like talk to like the birds, it'd always be, "Hey Sylvester, hey Slutty." I don't know why they let it run, but they let it run, and I'm like still thinking about it to this day.
They taught you a lesson.
Yes, it was very hard hitting. Why did they let it run? It's still with me to this day.
I'm still trying to think any cringe moments after we met, and the only thing I think of is like secondhand cringe every time we heard like Puggle Womps.
I think we. Cool.
Oh no! Like whenever, I mean, for me and Dustin specifically is when, I don't know if you were there for it, Dustin, but whenever we get into like guild drama
Okay.
or like officer talk.
Yeah.
This is when people took Final Fantasy 14 too seriously. Like, oh, we need to have an officer meeting. Like looking back on it, I'm like, why?
That's
We're just-
weird, bro.
We're adults playing a video game.
But a lot of them were a bit more socially inept than us.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't
The big-
all that bad.
It wasn't all bad.
Now that I'm thinking about it, there are some moments, but it's kind of hard to really explain it without name dropping.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just change into like I don't know, like Doofus 1 and Doofus 2. At this point,
Banana one.
like Boy A or Boy B, like the fucking how they like Japan hides murderers.
All
names.
right, well, let's see. Boy A really liked Boy B, right? But Boy B kind of got around to the friend group, and Boy B was
Oh.
also talking to Boy C. Boy C was a little brown,
Ha!
and use my RF. I've already figured this out.
Go on.
Oh, did he? Is this what I think is that story?
And because Boy B was talking to Boy C, Boy A got really jealous. But Boy A didn't know how to bring it up. So Boy A started going around in the guild talking about Boy B and Boy C, saying, "Fucking on my turf? Boy B's mine. That pussy's mine."
That bushy mine.
But it wasn't collaborative. Boy A would go to every single person and interrogate, asking the same thing to see if they get different information around. And we never brought it up.
No.
Hmm.
We will save Boy A from any cringe because that has some destructive power.
All right, I think there's also a really bad one. When I
Hmm.
openly confessed to Bernice, or my ex-wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Bernice.
Bernice.
There's a time where I got up in class, like we're in fucking Farm Cow, right? It's like, all right, can you answer this question? I love Bernice. In front of everybody's like, that wasn't it. And then she said, we're not dating. And I like went back into my chair.
Okay,
Like,
you
oh.
brought that on yourself. Holy moly.
Yeah,
Self.
I went and dug my, and then I
No
was in
way.
my chair like, oh.
I
And then
don't know,
Valentine's Day,
man.
like, yeah, let's date.
I don't have any more cringe stories. I have like kind of embarrassing bad situation stories.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Because we're not cringe.
Do you want to revisit the schlickening?
You know what? It is too good to keep quiet. So So what do they mean when they say schlicking? Well, I don't know what schlicking is. I didn't know. I didn't hear of it until I told these guys the story. But for everyone else, when I was a wee lad, I was very attuned to my parents' footsteps around the house. So in order to save myself from a situation of having my pants down, I would just rub my dong under my above my hand on my crotch, and I just rub. Like rub a dub dub. Thanks for the rub. Like I'm rubbing a genie lamp. My dong is the genie lamp. And I'm fucking rubbing. And then I told Leon, "Hey man, did you know I've never jacked it before? Because I've never actually stroked it until I moved out of my parents' house. I just kept rubbing."
How'd you come?
How did I come?
Yeah.
I'd stick. Okay, this is the worst part.
My finger in my dick hole.
No, I'd stick a whole a bunch of tissues on the tip of my dick. So when I nutted, it was on the tissue in my hand.
Bro, you'd have to use a lot of fucking tissue.
Yes. And that's where the tissues went missing a lot.
Your parents would put 2 and 2 together at that point.
I don't know, but oh god. No, it's bad because there were times where they did come into my room and I all tabbed, but like because I had my pants on, they were none the wiser. But like there were times where I did nut and I could smell it. I was like, oh shit, I need to like clean this up fast.
Wait, you can smell yours?
Yeah.
Damn, you're smelly fucking.
Your thing
cum.
must have been like, God.
Asparagus,
but, like,
pineapple.
No.
Bleach.
No.
Mine's-
No. It was very
Mine smelled like.
delicious. It was very delicious, you know. It was very like pineapple.
I tasted my own samples.
No, but the only time I can smell it were on the like days where I went like a whole last week without doing it. But that's purely because of the fucking volume.
Wait, yes, when you were with your friends, right? Like, you
Yeah,
know, when
I've-
you went to Japan.
I've never jerked it.
No, remember when you told me like that one time you had a hole in your pants and like you said like you were like having your own like no nut November in December?
Yeah.
Wasn't that when it was like that strong? When you let it all out, I was like, ooh, it stinks.
That was like fucking primo cum, like primo aged cum. Whoa. Because I also went to Comic Head that same trip, and I couldn't jerk it to the hentai I bought until after I came back.
Think about it. Leon, how many times have you actually gotten caught?
Multiple times.
Oh.
Like my mom, like there's a time where my mom surprised visit us, right? And me and my ex-wife were like going town to town, like me going ass to mouth.
Okay, well, it's different of like getting caught having sex with your partner and not being alone in the dark with your
No, because like
hand.
my sister like also, because we were like, at the time, like me and my sister were also like roommates because we went to college at the same time, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she caught me and my Birdie's like 69.
You know what? Leon, you seem like a guy who had a crusty cum sock.
Oh, I never did the cum sock. I had a crusty without cushion.
You did
Alright,
not
fucking-
leave it there, did you?
No, I wiped it up. I told Kel like, I left like some Oreo ice. Can you clean that up?
What the fuck?
Fucked up.
Who?
No, that never happened. That's
Okay.
just joking.
I'm just confirming no one's here has done the sock thing, yeah? Because I think that's fucking rancid and nasty.
Dustin,
No.
No way.
I refuse to believe, like, you. Why? What the fuck?
I was very young. So this is when I first
Oh.
figured out what jerking off is without
Yeah.
realizing what it was.
Uh-huh.
There was no tissues. My parents don't keep that around. What's
Yeah,
the
no,
softest
I-
object? Fuck.
So,
Oh well,
Oh.
I don't. Well, at least Nate.
You
is,
used a
like,
banana peel?
okay, no, hold on. That's some cool tech, though.
No, it isn't. Fruit fly's gonna crawl on your dick.
No, it's
Oh.
like, did you? All right, Nate. What did you do first? Did you eat the banana first, and then you did that?
No, he fucking pulled the banana out, nutted, then put the banana back in.
Saved it
Oh.
for Leon.
You want to know the funniest thing I've schlicked it to?
Oh my god.
All right.
So
Hungry than whacked it.
back when the GameCube was out in the living room, I was not home alone. I know my brother was in his room, but I was out in the fucking. It was only my brother home, but I was out in the living room in the dark playing Simpsons Hit and Run, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then every time, you know how the controller vibrates when you get hit and stuff? There was a bee that would like electrocute you, and your homework would be like, whatever. And then the controller vibrated, and I was like, put two and two together, and I just like let the bee fucking.
Wait, hold on, you actually did jack it like a girl. Now you're using your fucking controllers like a Hitachi.
Wait, hold on, no. So the first instance of Riona I ever experienced and like whacked it to, or rather schlicked it to, was Simpsons Hit and Run.
I can't believe you.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, guys.
I thought I was bad, but yours was
this
pretty
is-
bad.
Well, it depends.
I
Is
thought
this,
this-
is this worse than the cum sock?
I think comes out the worst
well,
thing. Because at least
I don't
I'm
know,
like, my GameCube controller is touching my crotch, my sweatpants. That's it.
Your Hitachi won.
No.
So we have cum sock, we have Hitachi one, we have cum banana.
Come banana.
I don't know. I know. Like when I found out, like I found the tech, right? Like cum canceling and all that.
Yeah.
So it's just jacking. It's just normal with the hand. I never use anything else.
I wouldn't know what that's
Use
like.
a couch cushion.
No,
Yeah,
no,
couch
no. It's
cushion.
like after. That's like I said after when I found out, Dustin, how to do
Oh.
it properly. That's like I said when I learned the tech of cum canceling.
Oh.
We cum canceling. That's gooning.
Wait, is gooting like edging? Is that the new like thing or?
It is edging, but without the cum.
Well, let me tell you, I loved Halo 3. Especially when I got on a ghost and I just held the trigger and the controller vibrated.
You could have said
Why?
anything. You could have said anything. You
Yeah.
could have said like, "Oh, I saw Cortana's ass and it just awoke something in me that I want to fuck holograms." Like you
Nope.
could have been like, "Oh yeah, Karen from SpongeBob makes me horny."
Nope.
You're like that guy from fucking like the show that we're watching with you, Dustin, The Boys, or like that spin-off show, like when they're in like,
God.
college and shit as superheroes.
Yeah.
He's like that one asshole that sees holes and started having sex with holes.
I was just like, whoa, this control's going great.
He's like, hold on, in a light bulb moment. I'm gonna complex like had a Jimmy Neutron moment.
People do crazy things in the heat of passion. You ever done a bad job of hiding you jacking off?
Yes.
No, I make sure like people know. It's like I tell them flat out like when I had a roommate, so like I'm gonna jack it.
Not even as a kid.
Oh, as a kid? Well,
You had something in mind, right?
Well, I was pretty terrible. I got caught once, and then
I'm
yeah, that was
pretty
it.
sure I got caught, but I can't tell. Because I think they just thought I was weird. But I had. I
oh
was,
wait,
Go.
there was a story
Oh!
that I think I told the like the me and Cal where like we slapped our wieners against like the fucking TV because Totally Spies was on.
You're making it sound like you have like twin jerk off time with your brother.
No,
No.
You
Okay.
Did you finish on each other?
no. And then I made double stuff in my fucking couch cushion like an Oreo.
No,
Did he do it too?
No, he didn't know that technique. He did something else. I gotta ask him later what it was.
No, it's a fucking case of like, haha, I jerked off while we were sleeping in the same room, and then your brother is also like, me too. No, one really terrible thing. I was for some reason, I decided to do it in like my old room with no material, no nothing, just my imagination. And I left the door open too. I don't know why. I don't know
You're
what
a
came over
brave
me.
man.
I know.
You
And like I heard my dad walking over, the door's open, and like I was like, I'm so close, I'm so close, I'm so close. And then
He
was, like,
comes
at
all
the-
over his dad.
No, like he was
You
right
raped
by
his
the door,
dad?
and then I just, cause like again, it was just the age of the schlick, so I just put my hand away, and my dad just saw me sitting on the bed with nothing in my hand, like no nothing, no nothing, and he's like, you know, God's watching you, right? Yeah, he's like, he's watching you, and like you're gonna do that in front of him.
I love exhibitionism.
Yeah, see, I thought you were more exhibitionist than I am, dude. I always had the door closed.
You turn around.
It was just one time. I don't know why.
Turn around. God is into voyeur.
God is a voyeur. But no,
Pulls
another
up.
terrible time was I was getting a blowjob from my ex, and then her sister I could hear her footsteps outside, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like, she's coming. It's not me. She's coming. And then I got my schlong out of her mouth. My pants not fully pulled up, right? They weren't fully pulled up. So like I sat down with like my how do I describe this?
You have a Texas tuck.
I guess a Texas tusk. What is it?
Tuck.
I guess. Yeah.
So you,
My
so
pants
you
were
That means
flat
your
up
dick
here.
was sticking out of your pants. Yeah.
It was out of my dick. My dick was out of my pants, but like I sat down with my legs up, so you couldn't see the pants were like fully down. And then her sister was like, "What are you guys doing?" Just talking. What are you talking? What do you think? He's like, she just said, kind of weird, because she was pissed about work or something. She was going into the room to rant to her sister,
Oh,
and
was
then
sister hot?
no, and yeah, that was it.
So are you. Till she interrupted.
I'm pretty sure my parents thought I was a special kid because, me figured out jerking off was a thing. I figured out
Yeah.
what hentai was. I took a blanket. I huddled it over my monitor. So I had a little fort, a little jerk off fort that no one could see me in. I was invincible.
Oh god.
Except that one time where it dropped once and I was in a full panic.
What happened?
I don't know if they found out. It was so quick. I had cat-like reflexes.
If I ever have a kid, I'm going to put him through the ringer.
Fuck him.
No, I'm gonna put him through
Here's
the
some
ringer.
like Tom Brady, Tom Hardy, Tom from
No.
space.
I'm gonna make sure he can't hear my footsteps. I'm gonna quickly open the door. I'll never knock. I'm gonna train him to be the fastest schlicker around. No, but in reality, I would probably like walk, make sure it's very clear that I'm coming. I'll knock and even slowly open the door. But if he still gets caught, game over. Fine, you deserve to get caught.
Can't do it right. You can't do it good enough. I'll schlick for you.
Oh!
I mean, when we move in together, it's gonna always be having like
You
ambient
guys
like
will
Metal
get
Gear
so
music in the
good at
background.
Guilty Gear Xrd.
We're gonna get so good. We're gonna be successful players.
It's like, what's your secret? And we're all sweating. But don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out of cringe stories.
I feel like you would have to have more.
Me?
I think it's on the top of his head, maybe.
Probably.
No, that's what I mean. I'm like out of it right now. It's like it'll come back to me, like like that one meme of Shadow, where he's like, "Oh, I remember 6 years ago what I did," like shit like that, right?
When it's like 3 a.m. at night.
Dude, when I'm like, when you're about to go to bed and you start thinking, that's the worst one.
And I mean, there's always like other stuff. Like, I mean, I recall like Was it in the 5th grade? Some kid in the talent show hit his nuts with a nunchuck.
Oh.
Everybody saw his
Oh.
mom was there.
I was playing like softball in primary school, and I guess it's t-ball. I guess we have the thing that holds the ball up, and you gotta just swing the bat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's t-ball. I don't know why. This dude decided to do a one-handed swing. It was stupid strong. It would always go like far, but one time I don't know why this kid decided to stand like right in front of him. Not super in front, but it was like he was far enough to seem safe, but when the guy would do the one-handed swing, it went straight into the dude's nuts.
Oy.
It was pretty. It looked painful. I heard the impact too.
No, like the worst I can think of was just all the times I tried to, failed and not pick up a girl during the time, like, during the breakup phases and all that.
Yeah.
All I can think is
That's all I can
secondhand
think of.
I remember someone from like the reject group. There were a bunch of like weird kids. I remember on some day in October, she came up to me and she's like, "I'm gonna be Vaporeon." Oh,
Oh.
yeah, you are gonna be Vaporeon.
I remember telling this girl I liked, it was like, hey, you'd be cuter if you wore like what Misty's wearing from Pokemon.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
don't know about that one.
Is that cringe or bad? Or I was like, at that point, I was like,
a little bit of both.
Wait, how old were you and how old?
we were both 8 at the time.
Oh,
Lame.
whatever.
I would have been like 20 and no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god!
Don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
No, because like we're both like young and Pokemon's like still fresh, right? So I would have like entering the phase of like it was like 9 years old to 10 years old, where it was like at like the heat of like Pokemon Red and Blue, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were watching the show together, and it was like, hey, you would be really cute if you like did this with your hair, wore suspenders, and then walk around with like a cute little like Togepi and shit like that. By that I mean my balls, but yeah.
Them saggy shits.
I was 8.
Them saggy shits. All I remember is like other people's that would be cringe stories. Like in college, I was told that one of my classmates, who was like across the hall from me, he entered a frat, right?
Don't tell me you sucked their dicks.
No, this motherfucker got so drunk one night. They found him hunched over a toilet, naked, right? Vomiting.
Right.
And in the midst of vomiting, he shit himself. He's butt-ass naked.
Oh, he fucking he volcano erupted, the debris for the fucking like eruption from the fucking volcano.
He was butt-ass naked.
Oh,
It went.
wait, he was naked?
Yeah, he was butt-ass naked. It wasn't like contained. He was butt-ass naked. It came out through both ends.
I think we're all
I
cringed
think
out,
it's-
fellas. We're so we don't have any cringe stories because we're so based.
Unfortunately, I'm the one with the cringe stories.
Damn. That's why you don't get out of the house.
Yeah, I constantly think about it every day. It haunts me. I almost shit myself in like in a
This is
final.
when you were driving.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that's a different thing. I'll
BRB,
shit
gonna
myself
schlick
during
my
a
nuts
final.
off.
Is it like what? You also take a shit right now, 2 years?
No, I said I was gonna schlick my nuts off.
I wouldn't be unironically. Diaz would be like the one to shit and schlick.
No.
A pimp named Schlickback. I mean, I got.
Maybe you can just close it off here. Or,
Yeah, I got.
unless you guys
I
have
got
anything
fucking.
else.
I got fucking nothing. Okay, I guess we're schlicking off.
Flick you later.
Schlick you later.